Hey there, this is Dusty Thunder, and I have another AITA story for you. This one is from Reddit, and it goes like this. Am I the astronaut for laughing in my mother-in-law's face? Husband and I were financially well off in 2019. Shit turned sour in 2020 when I became jobless after having to homeschool our kids. Couldn't afford the rent. Got evicted 6 months later. My mother-in-law, who offered us 2 bedrooms, backed out as soon as we became homeless, and we ended up living out of our van for 4 months with our kids before a homeless shelter opened up. Good gravy. During said time, mother-in-law had very little contact with us. Sister-in-law was also tense from us asking to come to her house to shower, despite us offering payment. We were looked at like we were scum because we were over the age of 30, had 3 kids, and didn't have our shit together. We were told how we were going about life all wrong and that if we had planned better, we wouldn't be in this situation. Coming from sister-in-law mostly, who was given her house after her father died and hadn't paid taxes in 4 years. Fast forward, we were able to get back on our feet times 10. We built a house from scratch with our kids and gained a shit ton of experience for all of us. It came out perfect. The kids are ecstatic because they built their own house. We are happier than ever. We even started our own business. We did this together without any help from his family despite their promises, and I will admit that I grew a nasty taste in my mouth about the whole lot of them, despite the end result turning out the way it did. Well, mother-in-law is down and out currently. She was moved to PT employment due to her slow-paced work style. Her retirement was taken away apparently after the government stripped it from them and will likely be evicted soon, and she has already received 2 notices and a lease termination letter. She came here yesterday afternoon and asked us if she could stay here if she became evicted. I will admit that my first reaction was to outright laugh at her, and the audacity. She looked immediately offended and uncomfortable, especially after I stated that there wasn't a chance of that happening. My husband just stood beside me with his arms crossed, glaring at his mother, as he is very resentful of her allowing her grandchildren to live out of a van and homeless shelter after promises had already been made. Anyway, she left crying after saying the situation was entirely different. Sister-in-law, however, called us later and said that we were effing trash for not allowing her soon-to-be evicted elderly mother to move in. My only response was that a nursing home just opened up down the street and she can go there. However, a few friends say it was kind of mean. Am I the astronaut? Literally put yourself in this situation though. I think this is one of those things where you would like to think that you would be the bigger person. You would like to think that if you had the capacity to help someone, even if they screwed you over, that you would do that. However, that doesn't have to be the case. If I were in this situation and had been to hell and back, basically, and was abandoned by my family, there's no way in hell whenever they were experiencing the same thing and they had refused to help me that I would help them. I would like to think that I'm a better person than that, and that even though they screwed me over, I would be like, you know what, it's the right thing to do, and I'm going to show you that I'm the bigger, better person and extend the help to you right now. But I'm not that person. This isn't even a petty thing. This is a turnaround is fair play. This is a karma-driven thing. What did she expect to happen here? Did she really expect to be able to come groveling to you guys after she told you to screw off and had the ability to help and just chose not to, and expect you to just what? Open up your home? Your brand new home that you built from scratch after pulling yourself up by the bootstraps whenever she told you to pound sand, and sister-in-law did the same. And not just that, but treated you like shit because you didn't have your shit together. And sister-in-law doesn't have a leg to stand on here because she didn't offer any help either. And she probably has the ability to help her mother-in-law, but isn't. And is just getting pissed off because you guys aren't helping her. She's probably more pissed off about you guys not helping her, which means she has to help her, than she is about you guys actually not helping her. We've seen this before in some stories, and it's probably more about, well, damn it, now I have to deal with it, instead of you guys had the opportunity to help and just didn't help. But yes, her unpaid taxes thing could prevent her from helping. She could be losing her home too, which could make it worse because she could be looking for a place now too. So it could be mother-in-law and sister-in-law both really pissed because, yes, obviously they treated you like trash and now you're not going to help them, but that's karma. It tastes very sour. This mother-in-law here told them that they could not have any help at all, and then said, why don't you just let me move in with you? It will be fine. I deserve a place to stay. That's not in a nursing home or a homeless shelter or a minivan. Dear God. What a terrible situation to have to go through. I know a lot of people went through hell with the economic downturn and with essentially the whole world being frozen with COVID. So a lot of people went through this kind of thing. And I think we're just now to the point where we're seeing the other side of the tunnel where a lot of people are recovering from it, but a lot of people aren't. Now, Doing the right thing and allowing mother-in-law to stay with you would be one thing, then having to live with her, knowing as judgy as she was whenever your life was in the shitter, could be an absolute nightmare. And chances are, if you help someone like that, that they're going to take it for granted and treat you like shit while you're helping them, which is always cool. There will be no safe space.